Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Hope you're doing well. Um, Hope you're going to have a good set of holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, that sort of thing. But I'll be making some more videos between now and then. I do apologize for the lighting out here. I'm outside. I'm at work, and there's a tarp over the vehicle to keep the rain and a lot of the leaves and crap off the vehicle. Okay, let's get down to business. Like the video says, correct care and maintenance of your vehicle. Now, also, too, you could probably say, why does it cost so much to get a vehicle worked on? I mean, you're taking your vehicle here, you're taking it there, and you're getting it maintenance and taken care of and stuff like that. But let me show you something, okay? One thing you need to be aware of is also, too, I'm wearing gloves. Ugh. Never real crazy about these, but you got to wear them. Because out here, it's cold, everything's cold. Getting my hands dirty doesn't bother me. It's just getting cold. Because you get your hands cold, get your fingers cold, it's hard to feel stuff, you know. Not only that, you got to protect the skin. This time of year, it's cold out here, you know, hands get dried out, when you're washing them with hand cleaner and stuff like that. So, you got to protect your skin, man. It's just part of it. All right, let me show you what's going on here. Let's see, get the camera here. And you see this here, this is a transfer case for this Nissan Murano. As you can see, I'm turning this shaft. That other shaft is not turning at all. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. See, so yeah, that other shaft is not turning. I'm turning this top shaft here. This is the transfer case. I know it doesn't look like a transfer case to a lot of you four-wheel drive people, but it's basically all this does is just take the power from one direction and redirect it to the rear axle on this Murano. This is supposed to have gear oil in it, just regular old, plain old 80W90 gear oil, nothing special, no big deal. All right, here's what's really kind of crazy about all this. They just took this vehicle and had this thing just maintenanced. They had this checked. They just had the fluid level in this thing checked. So it's really, really bad that you go through all of that trouble and like this. You see this gear oil right here? This is all, that right there is all that's leaked out of it. That's it. That's all that's leaked out of it. I mean, when I pulled the axle out of this, one of the front axles out of this, I thought I had a drain pan under it. I thought a whole lot of gear oil was going to come out of here. A whole lot of oil or something was going to come out of here. Nothing. I take it off. Nothing. It sat out here for days. Finally, last night, that came out of it. Somebody wasn't doing their job. Now, I will admit, getting to this and putting lubricant in this is a big, difficult pain in the butt. And that's why it costs so much to get your vehicle worked on, because stuff is crammed and packed into these vehicles so tightly that it's really hard to get to things. That unit there, that's trash. That's scrap metal. Because when it was in the vehicle, it just made a lot of noise and it was really noisy and causing a lot of problems and everything else like that. So what I'm going to say to you is this. If you're taking your vehicle somewhere to have it worked on by anybody, make sure, do your homework, okay? Because if you don't, you could wind up with these situations where, and again, I do apologize for the lighting, we don't have any sunlight today. It's fall or almost winter in Tennessee, okay? East Tennessee. So what I'm going to try to tell you is this right here. When you're getting your vehicle worked on, do your homework, okay? Take it to somebody who's reputable. Take it to somebody who's going to be honest with you. Take it to somebody who says, hey, I just can't do it. If they say, hey, I just can't do it, at least they're honest. And I mean, I'd rather deal with that than somebody says, oh, yeah, we checked that. Right on top of it, man. Oh, yeah. Now you look over there, that thing's now been replaced. The new one's already in. I put it in last night. Not an easy job. Pain in the butt. So that's what I'm talking about. You know, so that's just a big part of it right there. So it's a lot of hassle, a lot of aggravation, really a big pain in the ass. Okay, so um, so that you know, um, another thing is what you can do for yourself though is take the time, do a little research before you buy a vehicle. If you're in the market of buying a vehicle, you were looking at this vehicle or looking at that vehicle, whatever. Look at the maintenance. Okay, look at how much intense maintenance is going to be on that vehicle. Now, uh, something to keep in mind. You know, you might say, well, this vehicle gets 30 miles to the gallon versus this one that gets 25 miles to the gallon. Okay, the 25 mile to the gallon vehicle, it's not as maintenance intense, but it only gets 25 miles to the gallon. Whereas the one over here is 30 miles to the gallon. It's much more maintenance intense, but it gets 30 miles to the gallon. So, a lot of people look at that and say, well, I'm buying that when it gets 30 miles to the gallon. About the same price. Hey, I come out a winner. The problem, though, is when you go to have the maintenance done, stuff like timing belts or timing chains or stuff like that. These are things you need to be researching. These are things you need to be looking at. You need to be looking at this stuff, and you need to be thinking about when you go get the maintenance done on vehicles, even if it's just an oil change. Spend the money in the right places for the right things. Stuff like synthetic oils, synthetic lubricants, greases, that sort of thing. Nice investment. Huge payoff. Huge payoff. I've been using synthetic lubricants in my vehicles now for years. Big payoff. Huge. Number one thing I recommend to people. Use synthetic lubricants. Okay? I mean, I don't care if it's just a generic crap that you buy anywhere, Walmart even. Synthetic lubricants, number one. But when you are doing something like this, just a lubricant period would have helped that transfer case out because there was nothing in it. Just that little spot, I showed you on the concrete earlier. So, take your time before you buy a vehicle, research, look at what it's going to cost to keep the vehicle on the road. Okay? Talk to other owners, talk to a lot of people. Even talk to the mechanics in the dealerships or in the garages. Say, hey, have you worked on this vehicle or that vehicle? Even if you're buying it used, you can do this stuff. You can research it. I mean, now we live in the age of information. Click, 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 click. Get on the computer. There it is. You can figure out anything you want. You can see anything you want. Okay? Huge improvement over what used to be. So, nowadays, you can do that. But, I've got to get back on this. I've got to get this back together and get this car ready for the customer to come along and get it. All right. And put this axle back in, and hopefully she'll be happy with this, and we will move forward from here. Okay. And so thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you like, I do appreciate any kind of subscription. If you want to subscribe, that's great. Any kind of comments or anything else, I'll be glad to respond. Any kind of questions, I'll be glad to respond as soon as I possibly can. All right. Thank you very much. Have yourself a great day. God bless.